You right there at the bottom? Sure.
Okay, do it.
This is Thor, one of the adults that talks anime in this anime-related... This is what happens if you make me the host for 1 second. You make me the host to intro the show, I'm gonna go off... I'm going.
Do a better intro. Hi.
Hi. Huh? Welcome to the show. I'm Thor. That's Inga. We're adults talking anime. Cue the music.
Oh my god.
Boom, doom, doo, 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 doo.
Okay, alright. I'll do it. I'll do it. Hi, you're listening to Adults Talking Anime Plus, a place where adults talk anime, video games, webtoons, and whatever else we want. I'm Inga.
And I'm Thor.
Your resident adults.
I got demoted from intro duty.
You didn't even get to do
I was gonna do the intro, and now I'm not. But I do have topics I want to talk about.
Great. So I'm going to let you take over from this point. You get to drive this bus today. You drive the bus.
Well, my first thing is I know some information.
Great. Tell me.
You finally started watching a classic.
Mm-hmm. Which one are you going to say?
That's near and dear to my heart.
Gurren Lagann?
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Classic Memories is not a classic. It's a good show, not a classic.
Stop taking my topics.
I'm just saying, don't ever confuse that it's a classic.
I wasn't ever going to say it was a classic. I was just watching it because we talked so much about it, and then all of a sudden I was like, man, let me check this out. That's what keeps happening. After we go in depth on some of these topics, I then decide I need to go watch some of these animes that I don't know anything about. But anyway, Gurren Lagann, yeah, I am watching it.
How do you feel?
Oh.
It's the roller coaster!
I mean, okay.
Intro Gurren Lagann to people. Now that you've seen it, you can't actually spoil anything because I know how far in you are.
I'm like 13 episodes in.
You can spoil things.
Yeah, I definitely can. I was going to say, apparently, because one big part of Gurren Lagann was not spoiled for me at all, and I absolutely do not know how it wasn't, or it hasn't been, because the show's been out forever. But I won't spoil it for anybody else who hasn't watched it.
I mean, intro the show, though. What is it about?
Okay, so Gurren Lagann is about...
13 episodes in.
13 episodes
Gurren Lagann's about
some
a
guys
boy, Simone.
Yeah.
Humanity's living underground.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they can mine for things, but for the most part, they're not really the most technologically advanced people.
Basically, they
above
can't.
Them
they can't live.
beastmen.
Yeah, they can't live above ground because the surface is overrun by beastmen. So humanity has had to move underground.
Yep.
That's what I've taken away from it. But the beastmen have these things called mechs. I don't know. Are they called mechs? Maybe? I'm not sure. But they're...
Gunmen.
Gunmen, yes. They have gunmen. And the humans are not supposed to be able to use the gunmen, but Simone and Kamina can.
Yeah. That's basically it. They find a little drill, they find a one little mech, one gunman that they can actually control,
mm-hmm.
and their adventure begins. It's about camaraderie, it's about brotherhood, it's about family.
But also there's a faction on the surface that is trying to take back the surface so that humans can also just survive and live on top of the surface as opposed to in caves or in holes in the ground.
There's always a resistance no matter what, which is, I think that would happen if we were forced to live underground like moles.
I hope so. I wouldn't want to live under... I mean, I guess if you don't know any other way, though.
The question becomes, in the fights, how do you feel? Because I've been putting a lot of thought into this. And I want to talk about it right now.
Okay.
What's going on with mechs? Mech animes.
That's so funny.
Where did they go? Some of my favorite animes are mech animes. Mecha.
Yes, machine, mechanical.
Yeah, so, but the fight scenes, how would you say they are in Gurren Lagann?
I mean, I like them, but I think that maybe it could also just be because that's the way that studio animates fights. They seem to animate them with just a little bit more pizzazz,
Mm-hmm.
but also it doesn't I don't know how closely I pay attention to fight scenes because even in a regular anime, like, I don't know, a Naruto, or I'm trying to think of what would be a really...
Anytime I think of a fight in Naruto, I just immediately think about how useless shuriken are. Like, they throw shuriken in every fight, but they're like, ding, ding, ding. They literally are just getting bounced off of things. I've never felt less respect for a ninja weapon.
That's very
That's
funny.
how Naruto makes me feel. Then I watch Boruto, and it's like, they're the most important things.
That's what they constantly fight with in Boruto, and that's why Boruto sucks. You know? You're like, that's how you know something's wrong with Boruto, because all they use is the shuriken, exclusively. No, what I was going to say is I'm trying to think of, I don't watch a lot of, okay, let's take God of High School. Because that's a fighting anime.
Sure.
Or maybe I should say, Joe, what was it called? Megaloboxing, which is another...
That's a different type. I wouldn't consider that like a straight up, like that is boxing, but I'm
saying,
talking about like battles. Like,
those action scenes are pretty intense, right? Because from what I remember about megaloboxing, I'm just trying to compare it to something. I'm trying to find something that you could say like...
No, the traditional stuff, something like My Hero Academia.
That's what I was going to say,
Those have a ton of fights.
But are they great fight scenes? Like
yeah.
Oh. I was shocked, apparently.
Why? I think the Eraserhead fight's one of my favorite fights of all time.
When they first get invaded? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's like one of my favorite fights.
That's a really good one. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I pay enough attention to the art direction or the animation of a fight scene, even in Gurren Lagann. I like it, though. I think that's something that studio...
What I'm circling to is that the reason that people don't care about Mech Animes?
I've already told you the reason people don't care about Mech Animes.
Why?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
It's Michael Bay's fault. People stopped caring about mechs. That's not true. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't bore me,
because
but then...
Because of Transformers?
Yeah, because of all the Transformers.
I thought the first Transformer was really good, but I don't even consider them really like mechas because they're controlling themselves. That's just people. That's robot people.
Oh. I was just going to say, but at some point, the scenes are so stupid because you can't even... The CGI is so much that you can't even you can't tell them apart.
Well, there you have it. Mecha anime was ruined because of CGI.
No. I'm just saying, I haven't watched a lot of mech anime.
Code Geass.
Is he in a mech?
Yeah, that whole show is fighting with mechs.
What did I miss? The whole show, apparently. I just watched... What?
I can't remember what they're called. Oh my gosh, it's gonna... Yeah, but the whole show is a mecha show. He just happens to have a superpower that allows him to command people.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking about.
Just the only scenes where they're not in the mechas.
Guess.
He's also great at strategy. So that's what I like about Code Geass.
So, okay, but tell me your theory on mech animes. I know that's where you really want to get to. So
No, it's not a theory. It's just like this was a big... it was a big genre of anime that kept mattering. Like every season you would get like a new mech anime, and I don't even think that there is one. Like in summer 2020, I don't think there's one.
Mm-hmm. But I'm
gonna scroll through.
I also think a lot of this is kind of cyclical. Like right now, we've mentioned it before that it's isekai time, but I think we might be on the... I don't know, are we ramping down? Are isekais ramping down? By any means, or
no, definitely not. If you look at the top ones right now, ReZero's number 1.
Oh yeah.
For this season, Sword Art Online is number 4 for this season. So those are 2 isekais. I don't know if you can count Decadence as a mech anime, although Decadence is a mobile fortress.
Yeah. And people are
But that's not really what I'm expecting, because I'm expecting people in machines.
Sure.
I don't know what No Gun's Life is about, but it has a season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no mech. There's no mecha.
All right. But what do you, I mean, weren't you just about to say
No,
why?
I guess my theory is, like, are they boring because the thought that you always have is, why isn't it just an Autobot?
That's hilarious.
No, I mean, like, why didn't they just build a machine that you didn't have to put a person into?
Sure.
And from a technology standpoint, latency. If you have the further removed, it's why your Wi-Fi signal's less, not as strong as your wired signal. So the stuff that you want, like, guys, if you want a game, hardwire that bad boy in.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't know you were going to get advice today. You didn't realize that.
Or did they?
Gigabit switch. Make sure that your switch is as fast as the throughput. You can't cause a funnel somewhere. Welcome to my technology podcast.
Adult stalking technology.
This is Adult Stalking Technology. I'm your host, Thor. I finally got to do the intro. But the fight scenes in Mech Animes, I guess, like, because it doesn't make sense. How do they get stronger? Like, robots are pre-programmed to be a certain strength.
Well, I think what we've learned from Gurren Lagann is it's your fighting spirit.
And that makes sense because the gunmen do respond to it, and, like, you have to say that, but that's, like, a crazy thing to say.
Well, yeah, because his leg was destroyed in that one part, and then all of a sudden it, fixed itself. But then when they were done, it was broken again. So, fighting spirit.
That's true. And then some machines are just stronger than others.
Sure.
Like the newer versions.
Yep.
And that's how that happens. That's how that happens.
Upgrades. It's, are you getting the latest upgrade to your mech?
You want to talk a game that I love?
I guess so.
Chrome Hounds.
I don't even know anything about it.
Chrome Hounds was probably one of my favorite games that ever was online on Xbox. Reason being, again, this is a mech game.
Okay.
So the Chrome Hounds were essentially before a season started. This is such an in-depth game so long ago for an online game.
Let us know in the comments down below. Did you play Chrome Hounds?
Oh my gosh, if you did, do you want to play? If you played
this is my gamer tag.
Should we? Yeah, tough guy. You can spam me on Xbox. Yeah, Chrome Hounds, you basically, every single season you voted on a president. The president gave you discounts based off of what platform they were running on.
Is this an online game?
This is an online game, so everybody, there would be a weekend where you'd sign in and literally you would vote. You'd go in on Friday, you register to vote, and Saturday you'd have to vote.
Okay, tell me more.
But I'm pretty positive that on a weekend you would vote, and the president's, because there was physical
attacks. Who gets to be the president?
It's not a person. Yeah. We're not. I was voted president one time, and I failed all my classes that semester because my workload was so much. I was taking care of a nation. Miss Moncure, come on. That's my kindergarten teacher. What up?
She's a big listener of the podcast.
I hope so. Anyway.
Sure.
You would vote based off of physical attacks, gear, defense. I think they would specialize in either attack power, defense power, or fighting spirit.
Hilarious. I do like, though, fighting spirit is now my new favorite thing.
So, but if you voted the offensive president into office, or assuming maybe dictator, you would get discounts on everyone. Everyone would see a discount in that nation. And other nations would have different presidents doing different things.
This game sounds crazy.
Insane.
Does this game still exist?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you also got notified instantly when somebody won the final battle. So you fought over territory.
Sure.
You were having a war in this clustered area, and you were slowly taking over. There was 3 nations. And you were slowly taking over the nations. It mattered about whether or not you were choosing treads, tires, or walkers.
Okay.
So treads do really well on sand environments, tires do well in cities, and walkers do kind of well in both, but they're kind of slow in both.
Sure.
So you would customize all of these things. It was very in-depth. I think I spent a lot of time. It left an impression on me.
Apparently so. What a crazy game.
I know.
The fact that you had to vote for... I'm sad that no human being got to be the president.
I thought you were about to say, I'm sad we can't vote on things in real life.
No. I'm not sad about that.
But could you imagine? If you got discounts based on the voting?
Oh boy.
Anyway, that's a good thing.
Back to the anime.
Facebook keeps telling me to.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think I've had this deep passion for mechs, and I'm concerned that maybe it's off of the fact that the fight scenes, in a lot of them, it's just people like pushing throttles forward very hard.
Hilarious.
And that's all you see from the individual.
Yeah. I mean, I'll bring back up Power Rangers. They were still fun to watch. And they weren't just pushing levers, but they were just like sitting in a machine.
Yeah.
And the machine was doing all the work.
The machine
And then they would be like, I just did an arm motion for you guys who are listening to the podcast, and the arm motion was like a triumphant one, or like just like a pose. Just watch the podcast.
Yeah.
There's no good way to describe what I just did.
Podcast.
Just watch this audio. There's a video version too on YouTube. It actually comes out earlier than the audio version. So.
Man. So that's my thoughts. I guess, do you like mecha animes?
I like this one. I do like Gurren Lagann. I don't know if mech, here's the thing, it doesn't necessarily appeal to me right off the bat.
You'd rather have a superpower. You'd rather see superpower animes.
Superpowers, magical girls, what else do I really like? Yeah.
Sword fights. Classic sword fights.
Sword fights are pretty good. I mean, magical powers, transformations.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I
romance.
guess I'll take it.
I don't know. I'm not saying. Here's the thing. I'm willing to give. I'm gonna finish Gurren Lagann because you did force me to continue on where I would have probably stopped, and that's all I'm gonna say about it because I don't want to be the one to out the Gurren Lagann's secret. But I will push through. I will watch to the end. I mean, I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. So. That's my opinion of Gurren Lagann thus far. I think it's good.
Yeah, Gurren Lagann's a classic.
I think you did say something. I think you said something interesting, just in the route of the storytelling. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know my real thoughts when I'm actually done. Like I said, I'm 13 episodes in. 13 more to go.
Yeah.
But we all know how I watch anime. So I'll probably be done in 2 days.
So.
Yeah.
That's Gurren Lagann.
That is Gurren Lagann.
Code Geass, you didn't know.
I can't remember. I mean,
That's Plastic Memories.
Plastic Memories is good. So I've been thinking about ever since we've talked about sad animes, I've been trying to somewhat rank them a little bit. And as of right now, I think my ranking stood with You Lie in April. Well, no. It was like You Lie in April being like second place, and then Clan Ed After Story being kind of like the first place saddest anime of all time. But then I've just been trying to like revisit because I think that Clan Ed is sort of kind of a throwaway, just as like a sad anime. I think it's the
default answer now.
Yeah.
Where people just acknowledge it.
Yes. But it's like, how many times are tons of people doing rewatches of Clan Ed? Probably not, because it is so depressing. Or from what everybody remembers.
Depends. If you just stop that after that first season.
Then no, it's not depressing. But it's the second season. So anyway, I decided to go get into Plastic Memories. The first episode made me cry. But I am now... How far am I in Plastic Memories? I'm 11 episodes. I think I'm 2 from the end at this point. And I don't know. I really thought it was going to sweep and beat You Lie in April. Because You Lie in April, I didn't cry at all till almost the end. Till the second to last episode where I just wept. And then I took a shower and I cried in the shower. Because after I'd thought about it more, I'm like, that was sad. But right now I'm kind of in a, it's made me tear up a few more times since that first episode. But I don't know. I know how it's gonna, I know that it's how it's gonna end for the most part.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if it's gonna come in.
The last 2 are probably the most important 2 episodes in an anime, though.
Alright, we'll see.
Because if the second to last one got you in You Lie in April, I would assume
You're thinking that they're saving.
Could be.
I don't know.
It's
I think it's one of those things. If you watch Plastic Memories, I don't think this is a spoiler. She's going to die. Is that a spoiler?
Just the amount of times that sentence could lead to not being a spoiler. It's very, very rare. Like, this character's dead.
She's gonna die.
Although, I guess if you apply it to, like, Game of Thrones world,
that's true.
It's not a spoiler. They're all dead.
They're all gonna die.
Hogwarts is a port key. Everybody dies.
I'm just saying. I am just trying to decide on are those lists right? Where they put Plastic Memories pretty high up on that list. I'm trying to figure it out.
I can say
myself.
that I put it on my list. It was right.
According to my list of saddest animes, it is the saddest
anime. It is
anime.
sad, but that's because I think that AI, if it is close to sentient, they should be a protected class.
Oh, God. God. I don't know. Okay, so basically how we got there was that I said, I don't think this anime is going to be that sad because at the end of the day, she's a robot. Mm-hmm. And that's what I said. And I still somewhat stand by that statement.
Sure.
That, I don't know, it's it's very confusing because why are you allowed to have feelings for this robot? Why are they allowing relationships? Because if you think about it, the people that they're taking away, the robots are standing in for moms, dads, brothers, sisters, boyfriends, husbands, wives, which is a little wild because it's like, how did you get there? I don't know. It's you get into. I feel like you start getting to a very gray area.
Companionship.
I sure. But like, I don't know. I think it just gets in a.
If people like Star Trek, I think Data's as close as you can get to like being a human because he's sentient in my opinion.
Yeah, why do you keep saying it like that?
Sentient.
Oh my god.
Sentient.
You look crazy. Yeah, I here's the thing though, Star Trek, I do feel like Data, crew member. You know, he feels very human to me. I don't know. It's, like I said, it's a very gray area. I think I personally, I don't know, maybe I just want, Tsukasa. Is that right?
Sure.
Tsukasa sounds wrong.
Tsukasa? Which Tsukasa? Just any Tsukasa? Hey, if you're out there.
Mikasa, Yukasa.
Yeah, Mikasa, Tsukasa. Sure. Yeah, if you want, what do you want?
Tsukasa.
Okay.
Tsukasa?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy right now, but that's just because my Japanese is bad. And that's...
Or Tsubasa.
Tsubasa? No. I don't know. I don't know. I just... Well, I have to see. I think I have to make a final opinion on this and the whole AI dispute.
That's a question I do want people to answer. Where do you fall on that line? The moment that AIs have, what is the line? And then where do you fall on it? But no, the first part is, if they have feelings, I don't know. Are they basically people? Can machines learn?
I mean, I think that's the whole point. But then also, that's where all the movies come from, where AIs all of a sudden decide they're going to kill all the humans.
Or they're not.
Or they're not. They're either going to kill all the humans, or they're not. What about Bender?
Bender's Fry's best friend.
Yeah, but Bender looks like a robot. Are you going to go bang Bender?
I don't think I would.
But then they had that whole episode where Amy and Bender hook up. So that's real weird.
I don't understand. Yeah, Bender's a dude.
Okay, I'm just saying if you...
I wouldn't bang Bender. I can say that with divinity. Is divinity a word?
I mean, it is a word, just not...
To divinity and beyond. That's how sure I would be.
I'm just saying, I don't know. The relations are what get me. I don't mind the mom, dad, brother, sister ones. I just think that, I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much thought in what's going on.
It's like your criteria, your line for
Sure.
AI is legitimate intimacy and boning. What's wrong with you?
My line is don't do it.
But
Don't bone your robot. Don't bone your robot, okay? Don't bone your robot.
Don't bone your robot. Okay. I don't think I didn't even bring that up. Like, I'm trying to I'm going to re-listen to this podcast.
Oh, this one?
I'm going to re-listen to this one because I'm pretty sure, and this is according to Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know what the rules are, but I'm pretty sure sentient is the important part.
Okay. I'm not saying...
No, he questions if I'm sentient. Can he learn?
All right, we're going to put this clip on the Discord
Yeah.
if you really want to know what he said.
Jean-Luc Picard.
If you're not a big Star Trek fan or why he keeps saying
It's
sentient.
pronounced
Like that. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's too much of a gray area with it. And that's why it's making it hard. Again, I might end up crying like a little baby by the time I watch these last 2 episodes. But right now, I just feel like it's one of those kind of like impending doom situations. Like, if you know something's going to happen, and it happens, are you
It's not sad anymore?
It's less sad.
If a tree falls in the woods, do you cry?
I never cry unless it falls on me. And I guess then I'd be dead.
We're about a little over the halfway point on this
Oh.
season's anime.
Oh, okay.
How about that segue?
That was crazy. I didn't know what was going to happen.
We're at the halfway mark.
Okay.
Week 8 of 13.
Great.
So we're over halfway. How's the season doing?
From what I'm watching?
From all of it.
I don't know. I guess good, right?
You think so?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
You think it's doing bad?
I think it's okay. I think summer 2020 has been, especially because it's a combination of spring,
Sure.
I'm a little underwhelmed.
Okay. I mean, do you think the
No,
plague has
I'm not
anything
blaming.
to do
I'm
with
not
it?
blaming the plague.
Okay.
I'm not. Because how would that really doesn't affect me overall watching anything that's coming out right now.
Yeah, but didn't something...
You think the quality, and they're adapting, the majority of it's being adapted from manga.
So wait, what, okay, just for me and everybody else, explain it to me like I'm 5. What animes are officially summer 2020 animes?
Officially,
Yeah.
ReZero,
Okay.
My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu,
Mm-hmm.
Fire Force, Season 2.
Okay.
Shock, shock.
So shocked.
Sword Art Online,
Uh-huh.
The God of High School,
Okay.
The Misfit Demon Lord,
Mm-hmm.
Rent a Girlfriend,
Okay.
Decadence,
Yeah.
Uzaki-chan, Wa Something-chan.
Mm.
I made up that last part of that name because I don't know how to say it. No Guns Life 2, Koi 2 Producer. Definitely have not watched any episodes of that. Lapis Relights.
Mm.
I don't even think I agree with the letters. Monster Matsumune. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
And then a couple others. But
Wow. The fact that the majority of these animes I also don't know doesn't
have
really...
you heard anything about them? But the bottom half, this is like, it's top heavy, but it's top heavy for sequels.
Interesting, yeah. Well, I guess I would have to say the 2 standout animes happen to be the 2 animes I'm actually currently watching. Would be Rent a Girlfriend and God of High School.
Yeah, but if I were to compare the webtoon anime versus webtoon anime,
Oh,
Tower of God was so much better.
I agree.
Leagues better.
And I didn't even read Tower. Well, I read
and I haven't, but I would have thought that not reading the God of High School would have made it
exciting.
a little bit more exciting.
It has
because
not.
I didn't know what was happening.
It's made it confusing.
I'm not afraid or ashamed
Okay.
to say this.
Sure.
I have no clue what's happening.
I know. It's crazy.
And they hit me with the tournament arc, but I don't even think it does it even matter?
What are they competing for? God of high school. What does that mean?
How quickly they moved to straight on another tournament arc and adjusted the rules. Also, what is happening? I don't know anything.
Yeah, every episode feels like a standalone episode. We're finally starting to get to know the characters, kind of. And the sad part is, I can't even really tell you anybody except for Yoon? And that might not even be his name. Is it not Yoon?
I don't know.
What's his name?
You're right. I don't really know anyone's name either.
How do you, okay, I'm going to tell you this.
You know what the signs of a good anime are?
I watched one episode of Fairy Tail. I could name Lucy, Natsu,
yell
Happy.
The main characters' names 400 times.
You definitely will remember.
Inuyasha!
Yes,
Kagome! Like, that was 48% of the script.
But I knew Sango. I knew Miroku. I knew Sesshomaru. I knew, why can't I think of his name right now?
Well, you didn't know
Shippo.
him. Oh, yeah, very good.
I know, I love Shippo. And Kilala. I mean, come on. I knew those characters. Naruto. I can name a ton of Naruto.
The titular character. Naruto. The titular character.
Sasuke. Oh, boy. I mean, but here's my thing. I think it's really bad character development. The fact that I can't even tell you. June. Nope. I can't even. I'm just going to keep saying names. I don't know his name, and it's upsetting me right now.
And you've seen 8 episodes.
And I have seen 8 episodes, and I feel like I should definitely know the 3 main characters'
Part of me
names.
is supporting it because it's a webtoon, and I just want to see more.
I just keep reading that it's gonna get better.
The fight scenes are great.
I mean, when it's just like the fighting portion of the anime.
But that's basically the anime. Is that it starts off, there's like 2.5 seconds worth of character building and then 20 minutes of a fight. Yeah. Which is entertaining and it makes it go quick, but at this point I really do...
I need a little story.
I'm asking myself, like, why?
Yeah, like what is... And then when like crazy things start, like now that there's demons just popping out of people or spirits or I don't even know.
I can take that. You don't have to tell me why that's happening.
I'd like to know why
I just want to know
happening.
who...
But, like, who's even the bad guy? What
Who
are they fighting?
Is,
Is there a bad guy?
Am I watching Seinfeld?
Somebody destroyed an island.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Why did that happen? Guys, tell us in the comments down below. Why did that happen? What am I watching? Should I keep watching this?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
I mean, I'm going to. I have nothing else to do. That's not true. I think the other... Oh, okay. This is why... Okay, so I'm also going to... I'm going to put this out here. I'm going to throw this out here to y'all.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Listen to this. Why am I also not watching more of this new anime? Because it's not... And I'm sorry. It's not dubbed.
That part I do blame the plague on.
I got to read all of this.
I do blame the simulcasting on the...
Are all of these simulcast though, or are they?
Or the simul dubs. They have to be simul if you're expecting this season to be dubbed.
Interesting.
I kind of blame that, maybe, but also maybe it's because there's so much competition with other animes being made on Netflix, and specifically for Crunchyroll, specifically for all these other platforms.
I just think if they're being made specifically for those, then you would like if I was Crunchyroll, I would be cranking out dubs as fast as I possibly could. Or, I mean, but Crunchyroll really doesn't dub.
They really don't.
It's Funimation. If I was Funimation, I would be cranking out dubs as
But I don't think
fast
Funimation
as
has the
humanly possible
licenses for a lot of things. Crunchyroll's making the content, so therefore, since it's entirely in-house, that's why they're also...
Even though now they are dubbing Tower of God.
It's already, I think it's done.
Did they finish the whole thing?
It was like 2 or 3 weeks behind.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I guess if you could have waited, then yes. I'm just saying, there's only so many, new animes I can watch in a sub. Because I can't do anything else.
You have to have full attention for 20 plus minutes.
And it sounds bad, but, guys, I'm adult.
It's important to keep up with... Talking anime.
I know.
It's important to keep up with, what's happening there in on a week-to-week basis. It's hard... Especially because now that there's so much that you can binge.
Yeah.
That's the sentence I wanted to say.
The end. Period. There's so much you can binge. Period. I was gonna say this because at first I was like, how do you start a 900 episode anime? Like, how do you even begin? And I'm bringing it back to One Piece.
Yeah.
How do you even begin One Piece? Part of it is you just start. And at first, I was watching One Piece at a exorbitant rate.
Yeah, I think the important thing is to never consider what else you could be doing with that time.
It's when I'm supposed to be sleeping, so it's fine.
It's just like, that's a tenth of the time to master something.
I don't want to hear about that.
Do you know what I'm saying? They say 10,000 hours to master something.
Sure. I can just
And
watch
you're
anime.
You're about to watch 1,000 episodes of something. And that's brutal to say because you could probably start a band. You could learn an instrument.
Look, I play 5 minutes of guitar a night.
Yeah, 5 minutes of guitar a night, 700,
and I'm still
17 episodes of
bad at it. And I still can't play a song.
As long as you never consider what else you could be doing with the time, you can do it.
Here's the thing. I don't consider what else I could be doing with my time. And I do it during times I should be sleeping. So I know what I should be doing with my time. Sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I've now gone past the point, even though it's still very good. No, I mean, I'm already past the point of no return. And I'm also actually, I'm dancing around it again because I'm in the arc where one of my favorite characters dies. And I just kind of I've slowed down how I'm watching it because I guess I just don't want to see it.
Wow.
But I'm gonna push through. I gotta get past this. I gotta keep going. But I'm just saying, now I'm watching Plastic Memories. I'm doing this all at the same time. I'm watching Plastic Memories, Gurren Lagann, and still a little bit of One Piece. But that's so much anime at the moment. And Rent-a-Girlfriend. And God of High School.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to start something else just to kind of keep it in the loop. Keep some stuff in the mix. So I have things to talk about.
Yeah.
But that's hours. I got a couple of hours worth of animes that I'm watching.
So your overall advice was just to start?
Oh no. My advice was that...
Or were you bragging?
I was bragging. I really just wanted to brag about how much anime I'm watching. No, I was going to say that in the long run, you just have to remember One Piece is a marathon, not a race. And for as slowly as you watch it, at least you'll have something that isn't over. Because the other thing is, I think why people kind of steer clear of really, really long animes is because there's a lot of time to commit. But at least if you're oh, this anime only has 13 episodes, or this anime only has 26 episodes, you're more likely to start it because there's an end. There's an end in sight. You're oh, sure. This is 13 episodes. Oh, this is 26 episodes. I can do this. Sure. I can devote a little bit of time to this, but you're like you just said, I mean, it's not 1,000. It would be 500 because each episode is 20 minutes, right? 20, 30 minutes. They're not hour-long episodes.
21 minutes, yeah.
So, in theory, you're
Isn't that the runtime for most TV shows? 21 and a half?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, I feel like
I think all half
they
hours.
skew a little, 25 maybe? Or maybe you're right, just because commercials.
Yeah.
Sure. This was, yeah, sure. But I'm just saying, so in theory, you're getting 2 episodes an hour. So you just take 1,000 and divide it in half. It's 500. It's 500 hours.
Where was that part? Why did you need to tell me the math? All right, if you want to start a 900 episode anime, first thing you have to do, basic math.
I'm just saying.
First technical.
So you're not telling people that I've now spent 1,000 hours watching something.
I'm saying that 500 hours is 5% of the time to master something. Right?
I don't know.
10,000 hours.
Yeah.
And you become a master of whatever it is.
That's 5,000 hours. I'm talking about 500 hours.
No, 10,000 hours, 5% of 10,000 is 500.
Oh.
Think about that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, are you encouraging people to not watch anime or to watch anime?
You have to watch 10,000 hours. Watching One Piece will get you 5% there.
That's hilarious. I mean, think about it. One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
I'm a master.
Because
I've mastered the anime.
Because between those 3 animes alone, Dragon Ball Z, even throw in Dragon Ball Z.
And I do throw that in.
How
And
much
I will throw that in.
anime have you actually watched?
Me? I'm a master of anime.
I'm a grandmaster of anime.
I've mastered it. And I'm not ashamed. Man, it does feel so good doing this in 2020 because it didn't matter so much. Like, I couldn't be a master
Of anime?
of anime when I was in middle school.
Why? Because you'd only watched all of the Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know. It was a pretty linear line for me. Because I was very infatuated with Power Rangers.
You were.
And I really went straight from it. And I think I started watching Dragon Ball Z, went back to watch Dragon Ball, moved forward into Gundam. I mean, it all made sense to me the whole time. I'm a master of anime. Feel free to call me that.
Thor, master of anime. Make that your new Twitter handle.
Okay.
Put that in your bio.
Should I say 10,000 anime hours?
You should, and then tag Billy Merritt in it.
Why?
Just because he told us in order to master improv, you have to
He didn't make up that saying.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, follow Billy Merritt if you like improv, guys.
Funny guy. How insane. What a crazy turn of events.
This is what happens when I structure the podcast. It goes everywhere.
I think I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But what was...
So anyway, letter grade for this summer. Summer 2020.
Oh, okay.
Give it a letter grade. Give it a letter grade right now.
I
You
feel
have
like
5 seconds, 4 seconds,
I'm going to
3
give it a
seconds.
C.
Wow.
But here's why.
Yeah, tell me why.
Because I haven't watched enough of it to even be able to grade it fairly.
So you, if
Yeah.
you imagine getting that back as a paper, you turn a paper in to a professor, and they hand you back a thing that says C, and you said, and he just wrote, I haven't even seen enough of this paper, you get a C. You'd be like, what?
Could you imagine if
That's an
no
insane
people-
reason to get a C.
It's a look. C is in the middle. C is you still pass as a grade, but I don't know enough about you or your paper to give you a good grade. But I guess that's a lie because I've been watching Kaguya-sama Love is War season 2 and I like it. And that's actually
spring.
that's not even included. Why did you read it off as a summer anime?
I included that because this is the spring anime. Spring anime and summer anime, I feel like the line's a little blurred this year.
And Fruits Basket season 2 is very good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's making me cry. It's good. I love Fruits Baskets though. Fruits Basket. I'm having the hardest time with this name. Let me know in the comments down below if you also have a hard time with the name.
Yeah. The thing is, I give it a C not because I don't know enough about you. I give it a C because I do know enough about you.
Interesting.
I've seen you. I've weighed you.
And you're not interested.
And I'm left wanting.
So I watched...
The flagship new anime is The God of High School, and I don't get it.
That's a problem, yeah.
The Misfit of a Demon King is fun, tropey, meh.
Okay.
It's okay. But it's more of a distraction. It's not anything that I would sit down and say like, oh, you got to catch this one, because I think it's not a bridge anime. I think the definition of a good season is that you can tell somebody who doesn't watch anime, pick this one up.
Oh, sure.
Because it's probably going to be one that is artistically, it's got the best technology, or it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Production quality should be great because it's made very recent.
Yeah.
And probably it's not as risque trope-wise. Not trope, but like it doesn't have... It's probably like okay.
Okay.
Okay for anybody to watch.
Interesting.
Like when Sword Art Online came out.
Yeah.
I think you went out and you told people to watch it.
Did you? I don't remember, but I did watch it. So
But
I
think you would have done that when it first came out.
That's how I am
I'm
with
not going to tell
Haikyuu.
somebody right now. Yeah, exactly.
I tell people to watch Haikyuu all the time.
Yes, exactly right. And when you see it, Run with the Wind's fairly recent too, that you immediately say it. Tower of God, I would tell anybody to just go out and watch.
Super good, yeah.
Because those are ones that I think have that effect where after the first 20 minutes you're like, how much has just gone by? It's over?
Yeah. That's a good anime, though, to me. I feel, here's the thing. I'm going to bring it back old school. Inuyasha was like that for me.
But there's not that in here, and in which case that's the bare minimum. I think the bare minimum qualifier for a A+ season is that you probably should have at least 2 of those.
Can you think of any A+ seasons of anime? I know this is a crazy question right off the top of your head,
I
but...
want to say the year 2018 was gnarly.
What came out in 2018?
Well, that's very difficult for me to say off the top of my
Sorry.
head. But 2018 was a baller year.
You think so?
I'm going to find the answer for you in just a few moments.
I'm excited. Oh, they're saying the last Haikyuu will be?
Mm-hmm. The last 12 episodes are coming out next season.
I gotta finish. I stopped watching because I thought you were gonna catch up with me, but then you haven't.
Once this starts, then I'm in.
No, I'm gonna finish this season 3. Or is it season 3? I think it's season 3.
Or it's part 1 of the last season.
Yeah, I wanna finish it. I was holding off because I thought you were gonna join in, then you didn't. So I gotta finish Haikyuu because I love Haikyuu, and I can start that from the beginning again and just watch it all the way through. I'm thinking you're going to do with My Hero too. It's been a while since I've done a My Hero rewatch. And those first 2 seasons of My Hero are pretty incredible.
So good.
Pretty incredible. The Stain saga, the Stain arc, amazing. The very beginning, like up until All Might fights One for All. That's some good stuff. I do say though, I can't believe you haven't watched it animated because is it the last episode? I mean, you technically know what happens, but when Endeavor finally takes over and he actually embraces All Might, but he almost dies in his first big fight as the number 1 hero.
I know.
Which is insane. I don't think I've ever rooted for Endeavor so hard. And then when he ends up triumphant with his fist pump in the air, ooh, I got goosebumps right now. Ooh, it gives me goosebumps. All I can think of is the swell of music. As I get copyrighted just for doing that. Those weren't even the right notes.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2018. It had season 3 of My Hero Academia. It had Run with the Wind. It had SSSS Gridman. That's a good mech anime.
Okay.
To just circle back. It had Gargantuan of the Verduous Planet. That's another mech anime that I really like.
So you're just saying mech anime stopped in 2018?
They did. JoJo's Megalobox came out in 2018.
Ooh, Megalobox was good.
Let's see, what else?
Here's the other thing. You guys might be confused about my taste, but I don't...
That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
We talked about it a little bit. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention, and then I did just watch and finish, was Cautious Hero, the
Cells
hero. The hero. Oh, I did watch that. I'll start that sentence again, you guys. Cautious Hero, the hero is overpowered but overly cautious.
Record of Grand Quest.
Okay.
Grand Crest. You remember this one? Yeah, you do.
Kind of. Oh, was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
I did, with the redhead?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. That just... shouldn't that have continued?
And then Alicization came out.
Shouldn't that have gotten a season 2?
Probably. Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online.
I didn't watch after Sword Art Online, like the second one.
Okay.
I'm just trying.
They're doing what they need to do in order to keep it alive.
I guess.
Which is get away from that one line of storytelling.
No,
because the world, I think, is interesting. It can be interesting.
Yeah.
Which is how I think you save mech animes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really like Code Geass's second season, or not the second season of it, but they had this other line.
Mm-hmm.
It was just about different characters entirely. It had nothing to do with Lelouch.
Which is interesting.
And it works.
That's good, because that's where you can kind of have a hard time keeping an anime established when you go away from the characters that made you like the anime to begin with.
Yeah, but if the world was built out enough,
sure,
then you can definitely
Would
get
you
away
play
with
Final Fantasy VII if you didn't play Cloud or Tifa or Barrett or any of those guys? Okay, let's talk about the super... This was such a weird segue. But say you got to be the Turks. Would you play it from the Turks' perspective?
Yes, I take everything I said back.
Now that I said it out loud too, it kind of sounds
That's
like
a baller game.
It sounds like a dope idea.
Yeah, that's a great game, but that does exist.
Copywritten.
No,
What?
it doesn't. That's the Japanese cell phone release.
Damn.
What's about the Turks? But it would be great because that you even know the time period that you want to play the Turks as, and that's when Vincent's a Turk.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that. I was just saying, what if you flipped it, but instead of being
Just
clouds,
you want a different perspective of the same timeline?
Could you imagine though?
Why would I ever do that?
Other things are going on.
What if you were a merchant?
What?
What if you just made? What if you just sold items? What if you sold platinum bangles? Would you play the game then?
I was.
What
gonna
if you were
say-
Chocobo Billy? What if you just?
I'd play.
Yeah, that might be a good game. That one's copywritten. Trademark. That's mine now. Billy Merritt.
Chocobo Billy Merritt.
Chocobo Billy Merritt.
Oh my god, that's so insane.
Those are all. You're welcome.
No, copywritten, trademark.
I put it in my pocket and it's mine now.
Copywritten and trademark. You have to come through us if you want those ideas. Square Enix. Just kidding. You can probably have them.
Just put me on as a
Yeah, let me.
co-writer.
Yeah, just put my name in the credits. If my name's in the credits, I'll be in it. I'm good. I'm good. That's so funny. No, I really was just saying, like, what if you were just the flip side? It was the same game but alternate because they're doing different things. Like imagine you're just who's there? Elena and
they're on vacation.
When
the
they're on
Wu-Tai
vacation.
players. Yeah. What if there was a game where you got to go on vacation? Have you ever thought of that? Scheduled vacation?
Scheduled. Is that the name of the game?
No.
Oh. Scheduled.
Why would it be?
I don't know. That's
insane.
funny. Oh boy. I don't know.
Sung, yeah, so it's Sung, Rude, Reno, and Elena.
Yeah. So, but what if you got to be one of them? Or what if that was your party?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Alright. That was just my what if. I just wanted to know what if that was the thing.
That would be cool. I guess I would care. They were probably doing other things.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's so many. We only see them. Think about it. You only really see them 3 or 4 times.
Do you think Shinra's that bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't know. No, they are. I
Okay.
think they're definitely bad because they know they're destroying the planet and they're okay with it. They're actively okay with it. But then again,
I just don't know what Rufus is all about.
at all, like even
I'm trying to, go back a little bit.
yeah. What's his whole deal? Why is he like that? I mean, I don't know. The Promised Land sounds pretty good.
But I thought that was the main president. What the main president wanted to do was move Midgar basically to the Promised Land.
Yeah, but people can't
And
actually go there.
I don't think Rufus was 100% motivated by that. I felt like he was just trying to get his feet wet and introduce himself to people. Maybe he had other plans. I don't know.
I guess we'll have to find. Maybe that's what they're gonna dive into.
Part 2.
In part 2 is what is Rufus's plans? What is he about? Maybe we'll find out. We didn't watch this week's episode of Rent a Girlfriend because I was gonna say we could talk about Rent a Girlfriend.
It's pretty good.
You watched
I like
it?
it? No, not this week's episode, but on the halfway part, I think Rent a Girlfriend as its own standalone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot of fun. Do I think it's the most... Would I recommend it to a person who's never seen anime?
Oh no,
No.
probably not.
Yeah,
You have to be.
Because the main character's not that strong.
No, but he's also like.
It's all of the other characters that you care about.
It's very pervy. It's very. It's very fan servicey.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Crunchyroll? No, it might be Funimation or both of them. Literally have just a title like fan service animes.
I think it's a category.
And apparently it is. But how interesting. That was all. That was my thought. Guys, did you know
Beam
that...
me up. Beam me
Yeah,
up.
get me out of here.
I'm ready to get out of this.
Get me out of here. That was just my statement.
And that was our segment, Did You Know?
Did you
Where we tell
know?
you one fact, and we
And
wonder,
it's not very good.
did you know that fact? Or did you not know it?
Let us know in the comments down below. Did you that fact. Anybody who watches either one of those oh, weird news. Did you guys hear about Kiss Anime being disintegrated?
What?
Yes. So the free anime site, this is just news, guys. This is anime news. The free anime site has been taken down. They are no longer, it no longer exists.
Wow. That was our segment, Did You Hear? That was our Did You Hear segment.
I mean, didn't
it immediately
you watch,
follows Did You Know?
Didn't you pirate?
I've never pirated anything.
Anime off
Pirating
of this
is where you
site?
steal ratings.
Pirate.
Yeah, One Piece is about a bunch of pirates.
That's
What's your favorite pirate anime?
it's One Piece.
Okay.
There only is one. No, I don't think that's true. I think there probably is more than one, but that's the biggest one, and it's really good. Is that not any news to you at all, or do you just not care?
I don't care.
Wow. Did you never pirate
I've never pirated.
anime before?
I don't think so. I mean, unless you count, like, looking up pieces of an anime on YouTube.
I did. LimeWire.
Oh, yeah, getting something on LimeWire.
Back in the day.
Then I pirated.
I definitely...
That was a way of life.
That's all you could do. So many songs and so many... Well, and all it was just Inuyasha in Japanese because that was just where I was at.
The thing is, though, you also bought box sets.
I did.
Yeah. I did.
I did.
I did, Captain. I did.
I did buy box sets. I did. You know what really bummed me out?
No.
I got it off of eBay, actually. This is crazy. Yeah, I bought, Inuyasha.
Okay.
I got box set 1 through 60.
Tell me more.
Well, I wanted the rest of it because I felt like it had ended in Japan, and I'm like, give it to me. And I didn't end up getting 60 through 100 and whatever. They went up to 163, I think.
That was our segment. Do you know what bummed me out?
You stop. These are all need
These are all segments.
These are all segments now. I don't think I'll let you host the show anymore.
No!
I don't think you get to host this anymore.
My show style. Bunch of segments.
Are you looking for... Do you know any of the fall 2020 lineup?
I do.
Oh, do you?
Am I looking forward to some?
Yes.
I am. I think everyone... Unfortunately, I'm going to kick it off with a sequel right off the bat. But, is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon?
Really?
Season 2 is coming.
Oh, that's the 2020 fall.
Obviously, Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Coming in October. But as far as original ones, I don't know. I don't know of anything that's... I don't read light novels enough.
I don't really read I don't read. I don't know why I said I don't really. I don't at all. The answer is I don't at all.
But with 2... Oh, Noblesse! Noblesse is coming out in fall.
Okay.
And that's the fall Crunchyroll webtoon adaptation.
Oh, this is the one you keep talking about, this one.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to play out. So I think Tower of God was set up for success because if you read Tower of God, the chapters are super, super long. Noblesse is the opposite. The chapters are very, very quick, borderline one-punch... One-liners? One Punch Man. It's about One Punch Man. And I'm like, that's plagiarism. No. No, it's like they're there. They do a quick joke. They don't really develop it like very early on.
Yeah. How many chapters is this?
Tons.
Okay, so
tons. There's a lot of material, but it kind of felt like because the webtoon. This one is an older one, so webtoons in general are definitely amateurish.
Sure. Because anybody can write them, right?
Anyone can write them.
I'm gonna write a webtoon.
This is our segment called I Declare. Inga declared. So, next week's segment is Did You Do That?
I'm gonna follow that up with no.
Ooh, that segment should be called
No.
I Do Declare. I do declare. I do declare.
None of these are segments.
What?
Okay, well, I already know what I'm excited for.
Which is?
Yashahime.
Oh, is it coming out next season?
October.
Oh, wow.
I'm the most excited about that. Yashahime, the half demon princess.
Well, and that's a pure blue, like, new anime, too.
But isn't it technically a sequel?
I don't think so.
I mean, is it
different characters?
Is it basically Boruto? No, here's the thing.
Imagine.
No, it feels like, obviously it's like the route of Boruto, but it actually feels like it's going to be 1,000 times better right off the bat.
Am I going to see a wind scar?
That's what I'm saying. I want to know. I'm just...
I will see that. I know that.
Because why?
That's just a tool.
Oh, true, but that's her weapon.
I thought I saw Kohaku holding it.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm honestly the most excited for that. Because that's going to be... It just gives me all my Inuyasha love is so excited. I think that's the only other problem, though, is how hyped up people are for this. So it kind of has to be good. But they kind of said that... I want to say Rumiko something with a T. Tamakashi?
Mm-hmm.
Is that her name?
Sure.
Don't say sure if it's not right.
I don't know what
I'm talking about. The author of Inuyasha isn't technically the author of the anime.
Okay, and by not technically, you mean not.
I don't know. I don't want to say it and then it be wrong. Oh, I do have to say this. So Luffy has not killed anybody on One Piece.
Really?
Yes.
Now he's out.
So here's the thing, though. He's inadvertently killed people, but he hasn't actually killed them. Like, okay, so you know how he's rubber? So if a bunch of people shoot a bunch of bullets at him, they bounce off his body.
Oh, I count that.
And they shoot and they kill
I count
people. That. But I looked it up online because I'm like, did I say something crazy on the podcast last week? And it turns out, officially, he has not actually killed anybody. Zoro's killed tons of people. Luffy has not actually officially killed anybody, but he has inadvertently killed people.
And that segment was called Retractions.
That is a segment of the podcast. That is an actual. We should. Oopsie. That's the sound bite for it. Oopsie. Retractions. We're super high budget here. I feel like we're almost at that time.
We are at that time.
So, is it a what you're watching, what you're playing?
Oh, we got to do one more segment?
Sure.
I haven't been... I'm pre-ordering Madden tonight. So again, follow me on Xbox. If that's a thing. Hey, find out.
Play me an Xbox.
Yeah, just straight up challenge me. Freaking challenge me, bro. That's that segment. And what I'm watching, Decadence. I finally watched the first epi.
And thoughts on it?
I'm interested to see more. It wasn't like it didn't knock it out of the park for me.
Interesting. I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
I surprisingly liked it. I thought it was going to be, in a weird way, I thought it was going to be something different. I think the title...
It is something different.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I thought the title didn't really say anything to me. Yeah. I don't know what decadence means. Maybe it means something. As a word. Decadence, other than, being very rich. That's a different way to take that word. But no, I really liked it. And I liked the main character. She gave me... I think what I liked right off the bat is she's very optimistic. And she has a dream, and even though, you have a feeling that her dream is
the line in the first episode, he says, "Don't have ambition."
I know.
And she said, "If I don't have ambition, I might as well be dead."
I love that. I think that's what hooked me. I think when I heard the main character say that, that's when I was like,
and the fight scene
was
badass.
Oh yeah, that was really good. So yeah, I also am watching Decadence. As you guys already know, I'm finishing Plastic Memories and Gurren Lagann. I'm in the middle of both of those, and my ongoing One Piece watching.
I'm still watching my teen romantic comedy Snafu.
Okay. Rent a Girlfriend.
Rent a Girlfriend, ReZero.
And I'm trying to think, is there something that I was about to start? If you guys think there's an anime I should start, put that in the comments down below.
If I miss any Mech Animes.
something new, something old,
But I probably have seen it.
something borrowed, something blue.
Wow.
I don't know. Just going places.
Okay.
Game-wise, I actually took a big pause from Final Fantasy VII, so I still have not beaten it.
Yeah, a little longer than the 20-year pause.
I will be going back to
It's
it.
23 years. Close.
Still have not beaten this game. The second part will come out and I will still have not beaten Final Fantasy VII. There's apparently everybody keeps asking me if I bought the new Fairy Tail Fighter game. The answer is no.
What's it on?
PlayStation.
PlayStation
I think it's
has it.
on
I want to get that
everything.
game, Fall Guys.
Here's the thing. I kind of want to download it too, and I sort of want to stream us playing it.
Oh my gosh.
He's a screamer, but I actually think
wow.
I'm a screamer.
It
looks
I don't
crazy.
know. I'm ready for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to stream it. So go to the Adults Talking Anime Twitch page if you're not. I mean, nobody's following us there. I just started it. But
News to me.
What a weird segue. But yeah, no, go check it out. We're going to go live on this thing. I think it'd be really fun to just play this ridiculous game. I guess that's it. Is there anything else? You got any final thoughts on anything?
Final thoughts, yeah, segments are great. I think what we'd like to do is keep more.
My final thought is no.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Bye.
All right, well, I guess that's it, you guys. You've been listening to Adults Talking Anime Plus. I'm Inga.
And I'm Thor.
And we'll talk some more anime some other time. Bye-bye.